Hey, what's going on YouTube? Find Some Green here with Dirt and Diamonds Gaming. Welcome to episode 3 of Warming Up Wednesday. Got a couple guys on the docket to talk about today. It's going to be a relatively quick video. We're only talking about 7 players and maybe an investment tip at the end. First place that I want to go is going to be the Baltimore Orioles. We are going to be talking about Ryan O'Hearn. Ryan O'Hearn right now is batting 300 since the update. As you can see by his contact numbers, he might have a little bit of room to grow. Plus 14, I don't know if it's going to be anything like that, but he's only selling for 109 stubs right now on your sell now price. There's some room if he starts to get some movement. Moving on to the Yankees, Jose Trevino, since the update, is absolutely mashing again. I say that tongue in cheek, but he did drive in 3 runs tonight, hit a home run, and went 2 for 4. Over the course of the last 5 games since the update, he is 5 for 15. So he's batting .333 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Again, he's going for a quick sell. If you can get in now and he continues to hit, you can look to move him at any point when he starts to move up, and it's risk-free because he's at quick sell. Going all the way over, we're just going to skip through a whole bunch of teams right now. Really quick, Julio is at quick sell. I still have him from the last video. He's a maybe. He's not hitting any home runs right now. He's batting close to 300. He's batting over 300 for the month of June. The last 5 or 6 days have not been great to him, but it's something to monitor because he's at quick sell. He's not really one of the guys for today, though. Going to the Braves, Matt Olson. Matt Olson is starting to hit again. Matt Olson is actually starting to hit again. So when I say that, he is He is 7 for his last 18. He does have 1 home run. Now, again, it's only 1 home run, but his contact numbers are low. And the fact that he's 7 for his last 18, and being that he's at quick sell, is a chance to jump in. If he stays hot, you can move. You don't have to wait for the update. You know, one of the first videos that we ever did about investing tips for beginners is FOMO is not your daddy. And for anybody who missed that video, FOMO is the fear of missing out. Just because you got in cheap doesn't mean you have to hold all the way to the end. It's better to get in and get out before they screw anything up. And when I say screw anything up, you can look at Anthony Volpe from this last update, who somehow managed to stay at a 78 because they screw with his power numbers. I really think they messed with his numbers just because they were dropping the 87 diamond card. But that's another story. Anyway, yeah. So Matt Olson, he's at quick sell. All the guys I'm showing you, I just started looking up tonight. I haven't bought any yet. I'm letting you guys know I'm going to wind up throwing in my buy orders. But these are all guys that you're definitely monitoring. Moving on, we're going to fly all the way over to the Colorado Rockies. And we're going to talk about Charlie Blackmon. Chuck Nasty has been swinging the stick again. He is 9 for his last 25. He doesn't have any home runs, but his power numbers are already crap. But he's 9 for his last 25. Quick sell for a 75. I believe it's 50 stubs. You could buy him right now for 68 and just keep flipping him for 180. I know it's not a lot, but it's still something. Again, I'm going to make sure I grab some because when Chuck's hitting, they tend to be pretty good to him. They know he's a community favorite. Moving on, we're going to go over to the Padres. Jake Cronenworth, quick sells 125. He's going for 137, but I don't understand why the community is not in on him right now. And it gives you the opportunity to get in a little early. So Jake, since the update, is 2 for 10, 11 for 13. No, 5 for 13. 7 for 16, 7 for 20. He is 8 for his last 23. And he's got 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in that time frame. Now, again, he's only going for 137 stubs. There's definitely room to get in there. Michael King, not really on the docket today because of the fact he's already selling for $259. But if you wanted to grab him and flip him, that would be an option. I mean, you're only looking at about 100 stubs a shot, but as long as his market's moving quick, then that's definitely something you could do. And the last guy that I want to talk about for another week is going to be Logan Webb. And I don't understand why they hate this man. And I don't understand why my guy Colt, who keeps commenting on these videos, hates this man. He says he doesn't strike anybody out and he gives up way too many hits and he walks too many people. Well, since the last update, he's pitched 12 innings and he's only struck out 11 batters. But, I'm sorry, he's pitched 13 innings and he's only struck out 11 batters. So, yes, he's not striking out a batter an inning. He's only given up 12 hits, so again, he's giving up less than a hit an inning, and he hasn't walked a batter yet since the update. He's at 159. Yeah, it's what? It's 34 stubs above quick sell. But his buy now right now is at 340. So you could just be flipping him now. I don't know why I'm holding him, actually. I think I was planning on selling him during the team affinity, but they messed with the exchanges, which was unfortunate. Now, in terms of a quick rundown of cards you could be investing in and who you should possibly be flipping right now. All right, your best bets for flipping right now are going to be, and this is going to change because the more people that actually complete this, the values of these cards are going to go down. But at this exact moment, your best cards to flip are going to be the following. All of these right here. It's quick. Like, it's really quick. Let's see if we can show you how quick this goes. Right, we're going to go 390 on the buy now. We'll go 3998. See, look, that one just sold. Okay, good. So we just got Trevino. So I bought Trevino within 30 seconds of putting my bid. I'm going to post him for 5. I'm going to make 500 plus stubs on it, and he should move relatively quickly. And they all do. Every single one of them. These here get a little bit more tricky. Like, Seth Brown's not a bad play right now, if you can get him. Right? Because if I get him for 68.22, and let's say I list them for 95, I'm going to make 1,700. You know, and they're relatively quick. These guys are moving fast. Earlier this evening, the people from the London series, all 3 of them, you actually could buy these and potentially stock up on them from when the pack leaves the shop. I'm considering doing that. And we're going to go 95.25. Just bought Zach Wheeler, so Zach Wheeler's got a 5,000 on the buy order, so I'm just going to drop him in at that. But I'm still going to make close to 500 stubs on that one. Somebody undercut Lou. I don't really care about one stub. I'll hold off and wait there. The guys that I'm actually looking at though is Anthony Volpe. You can see I own 12. I'm looking at Ben Brown. You can see that I own 15. Although, to be honest, I'm probably going to sell one real quick. I'll hold them. And I'm looking at Miguel Andujar as my third. I own 10 of them. I will probably grab some more. Based on season 1, these cards tend to go up. You know, I did a video on it back in season 1 that these cards tend to shoot up. Now, the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the season, they didn't. I don't know how SDS is going to handle the beginning half of the season award program when they're going to start dropping that pack at the end of each week. If they do it immediately, these cards might not shoot up. They might go down. I'm telling you to invest at your own risk. As you can see, I still have 1.7 billion stubs. I've already finished the live series collection, and I collected all 401 cards for no freaking reason for season 1. I'm in a spot where I can afford to risk the stubs. If you're low on stubs and you don't know if you should risk it and you're that concerned, then you might not want to. If you have the opportunity to buy a couple just to see if maybe you can make something, test out the waters and see what happens the following week, do that. If you have the stubs where you can try to make a bigger investment and you feel comfortable knowing that you might take a loss, this one's not going to be risk-free, guys. But they here, let's let's do this. Now, yes, I know this is going to be season 1, obviously. Okay, but if you look at season 1, like, here's Chuck. Chuck was down at 9,000. Chuck was down at 6,000. Chuck's at 21. But even before that, before the season turned over, Chuck went up to 24,000 on May 28th. But he was down at 9,000 on May 7th. On May 17th. Okay, if you look at Nimmo's going to be the same thing, because Nimmo was down at 9, and then he shot up, June 1st, he's at 22. And I'm not saying you have to hold for 2 weeks, because if you held for just the week that he came out, after when he came out, you could have flipped him for 19 and bought him at 9. You know, if you go down to the older versions, where's a good old version? Come here. There, Glassnow's not a bad one. Glassnow spiked, right? Glassnow was 14, and then boom, right? Only dropped a little bit. He's down to 10. He's up to 28. So it really just depends. You know, Austin Martin did the same. Max Meyer did the same. Thairo Estrada went crazy multiple times, actually, because I was in on him way back when he first came out, and then I sold him on the spike. And this isn't even the actual one, because he was one of the early cards. But he went crazy. And so did Jonah. I can't show you all of Jonah because they're only going to show through the 15th. But Jonah's card went nuts. Jonah, Victor Scott, and Christian Encarnacion is how I even got in on this to start. I bought a couple of them for just to complete the program, and had completely forgotten to sell them. And then when I went to go sell them, I noticed they had almost tripled in price, because I bought them down around 9,000. Victor and Encarnacion, I think Joe and I probably bought for 12 at the time. But yeah, at this point, flip BR cards, but pay attention to the market. And if you've got some stubs that you can invest in, considering that we're a couple weeks out from the roster update, you can look into the guys we talked about tonight, and then I would look into these cards that are part of the season awards. And like I said, I can't promise you're going to make stubs, but so far, I've been making stubs every time. With that said, if you found any of this helpful, please consider leaving a like, subscribing, clicking the naughty bell. I know that not everything worked out that we talked about last week. Again, aside from the investing tips at the end here, these are all under the radar cards that may or may not actually do something. I try to provide you guys cards that I see as being almost as close to risk-free investments as you can. And if they take off, great. And if they don't, then you're not really exposed. The nice thing about doing the early ones before we get up to update week is that if they do get a little bit of movement and you got in early, then there's a chance that you can move them in the interim. Kind of like Freddie Peralta last week and Christian Walker. Neither one of them went to Diamond. Freddie did wind up going up to 84 and Christian Walker got screwed. But he did climb up to 2,100. I think the day before. So if you got in at 15, you were able to sell them at 21. It wasn't a great profit, but it was still 300 stubs on each, which, considering that it was risk-free to start, it's not the worst thing. With that said, as always, I appreciate the time. And until next time, you guys have a good one.